What is going on, everyone? TomGorian here, and welcome back to finally another F1 22 My Team Career Mode video. Now, this style of video will be a little bit different compared to the previous ones that you've saw so far since F1 22 came out. Again, this is going to be post commentary, but this is not going to be a live talk over video. This is going to be a bit of a different type of video because today I'm going to be speaking about what is the biggest problem with F1 22 My Team Career Mode. Now, I can't lie when I say this. I've played the career modes pretty much ever since I've got F1. Since 2010 I've played all the career modes. Even 2015, even when there was no career mode in 2015. I did play 2021 last year, but because of work, I didn't have enough time to focus and make YouTube videos on that series until now with this game. But I'm having new problems with this year's career mode, and that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys about. I'm going to be talking to you guys about my issues with this game in my team, mainly the AI. I think we can all agree that F1 22's AI is very weird, very underwhelming, and also just very confusing and just, yeah, I'd say weird. I think they're very inconsistent in a lot of ways, but today we're going to be talking about the AI, we're going to be talking about the problems, what I don't like about them, and have they truly fixed anything with these patches that's been coming out since the game came out in June. So if you have any experiences with the AI on this game, make sure to comment down below. I'll try to respond to as many people as I possibly can, and hopefully share this video to Cody as well, so that hopefully in the future F1 23's AI is much better, because there's been a lot of times, especially in the videos that I've been posting, where you watch me battle the AI and they do something or they're just too overpowered, and it's just frustrating for the player to pretty much compete against. So yeah, let's get started. So the footage that you're going to be watching in the background is pretty much the final race of Season 1 in Abu Dhabi. Had a good pace in Abu Dhabi and some decent battles, but that Abu Dhabi race is not the main focus point of this video. It's mainly the AI in this video, and I'm just going to talk to you guys about how I feel about the AI, what's wrong with them, and why I personally am frustrated with the AI on F1 22 My Team. So when we talk about the AI in F1 22, I think we can break it down in towards two different factors: new problems that we've not seen in previous F1 games before, and existing problems, the glitches and the weird stuff that we've seen in previous games before. I'm going to be talking about those two things because I think there are a couple of things both that are new that we haven't experienced with the AI on this game, and also there are existing things that I personally have been saying for the last 3-4 years now, ever since 2018 or 2019, that I've been making constant videos talking about these types of issues, and for some reason they're still in the game. So let's talk about the existing issues with the AI in F1 22. When I talk about existing, this problem has literally been in the game ever since F1 2019 or something. I can't believe that we've entered this new generation of consoles with the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, and now Cody's been bought by EA Sports, and yet the AI still has no awareness when coming into corners, and no racecraft, especially when you're trying to battle them. So what I mean by this, you've seen multiple times in some of the videos that I've done where I've either tried to overtake some of the AI into corners that are passable, that are overtaking corners, and they just act like I'm not even there. Like, they literally just turn in, act like I'm not there, and they force me to either 1, get spun, or 2, completely cut the corner and pretty much make me lose so much time, and therefore lose traction, spin out, or I have to get a BS penalty and I have to flashback. Now, with my career mode videos, I'm not afraid to say this, I always flashback. I'm not the best driver in the world, I don't claim to be the best driver in the world, I make mistakes. I always need flashbacks, and there's been times where you actually have seen me do a flashback in this year's game, but I don't think I've used more flashbacks on any other game than F1 22. Now, I will say this, there is a slight time where the AI are absolutely brilliant in you know, just will-to-will combat, and the racing that they have against you, against other AI, is phenomenal. In this video, Abu Dhabi, I think there's a point in the race where we went three wide during the fast 10-10, the fast left-hander, and that wouldn't happen on any other game. But again, like in this video, the AI are just, they don't have any awareness, they don't have any racecraft. When you dive, when you try and overtake them, and you have enough of a gap to go for it, they still turn in, and if you're running simulation damage, they will give you damage, and also they have no awareness as far as where you are on the racing circuit, pretty much. Like again, same thing. But a problem with me with this game and the AI is just the fact that it's just very complicated. Well, I wouldn't say complicated, but it's just very annoying to know that they're always on the attack. So if you've made a good start and you've passed 5 or 6 of the cars, and you're thinking, okay, let me try and get the next car, head towards the next braking zone, and all you can think about is just defend from the car behind. The cars behind don't give you any room to try and breathe. They don't give you any room to pretty much make your next move. They just dive bomb you for the sake of dive bombing you, and then you have to pretty much just accept that they're there. And when you're turning in for the corner, they'll still stick the nose in, and then you'll either spin out or you'll lose time, and it's just very frustrating because I don't want the AI to be like what it was on the older F1 games, the 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14 AI, where on the hardest difficulty there's still at least a second slower than you. Personally, I feel like F1 2020 had the best AI out of all the games, but with this one, they're very inconsistent, they don't have any awareness, the same amount of awareness that they've had since F1 2019. They don't have no racecraft, they dive bomb you for the sake of dive bombing you, they turn in when you try and overtake them, they give you no room, and they give you pointless crashes that just doesn't make any sense at all. So this needs to be addressed as soon as possible, but this next issue is probably the biggest reason why a lot of people have pretty much turned off on F1 22 My Team. The AI straight line speed. In all my time of playing these F1 career mode games from 2010 all the way to pretty much 2020 and last year, I've never really had an issue, a full noticeable issue with the AI's speed, straight line speed, and also traction coming out of corners until this game, and it doesn't make any sense. Now I know that Codemasters released an update like 4 weeks ago or a month ago to address this issue, but I still feel like the AI are still overpowered on straight line speed, still overpowered on traction, still overpowered in the ERS management. For some reason, they have unlimited ERS that they can use, and I do not know where their ERS is coming from, because we are now pretty much in November, and I think I know why or how to save or regenerate ERS in the most efficient way with the setup. But even with that, they still run ridiculous amounts of ERS and straight line speed, and to the point where you could be running a 0-0 wing setup in Monza, 0-0 wings with like 9 or 10 suspension or 8-9 suspension, with the lowest ride height, and you'd still lose time to these AI who would just absolutely cheese in a straight line. And the worst thing is, there's no difference in the engine in my team. So you could be running a Ferrari engine, you could be running a Honda engine, and yet you wouldn't feel the difference between those engines and the Mercedes or the Renault or anything, pretty much. Even with the upgrades, even with the durability upgrades, even with the supplier upgrades that they give you 4 times a season, even with the manual upgrades to engine power and the drag reduction, and just the ERS and the fuel, like, it's just sad. It's really sad to know that no matter what you do, like, there's a car that's running the same engine as you, that's pretty much running the same potential as you in the performance graphic, that's pretty much on the same pace as you, but in the race they just absolutely fly past you with ERS and DRS, and if you try and get past them again, you can't get anywhere near them, and it's the biggest issue with this game. And I've literally been contemplating not even finishing this game because, listen, I like F1 22. I think F1 22 is a good game. It's not the best F1 game out there, I'll say. It's a good game, but it's not the best compared to what we should be, comparing it to. But these problems with the AI in this year's release have made the career mode one of the most frustrating and just one of the most weird career modes in history. And it's just not fun to play. I mean, eventually there'll be a time where, my car will be quicker than theirs in a straight line, and eventually this problem will sort itself out. But, that first season, especially just doing those 7 races and stuff, I was just really bummed out with how quick the AI were, and I feel like I wasn't gaining any progress. And even in the corners as well, you'd expect if they are running some type of a low downforce, low drag, high speed setup, that they'd be shockingly bad in the corners. You get to a track like Hungary, that's not the case. They're just as quick in the corners as they're just as quick as in the straights. And it's just very confusing about how and why this is happening. And the funny thing is, they could be running like 20 lap old mediums or 20 lap old hards. You could be on fresh softs for all I know. You could be right behind them and they'd still get a better exit than you. Which, I don't know how that's possible. But the AI, it hasn't been fixed, but it has been slightly tuned after the couple of updates as well. But I think for F1 23, like, the AI need to be the main priority in the career mode. They need to sort the AI out as far as having racecraft, having enough awareness for you on track to the point where you try and overtake them and they don't turn into you. They actually leave you room. Listen, I want the AI to be tough, but I don't want them to be just stupid when it comes to no racecraft, no awareness, no nothing. And I don't want them to be impossible to overtake on the straights. And even in the corners as well, I don't feel like I'm gaining anything in low speed or medium speed corners because the AI's traction is just so overpowered, and pretty much the only reason why you gain time on this game, on the AI, is if they battle each other too hard to the point where they're going side by side for an entire sector. Like, obviously it's the AI, but that's not really realistic. You don't see Formula 1 drivers in modern day going side by side through 1, 2, 3, 4 corners a sector. That doesn't happen. Come on, that's not realistic. But when you realise that the only way to gain time on the AI is when they're holding each other up, not because you've made a setup change and you're quicker, not just because of the tyres, but because of that. And when they're in free air, it only takes them 2 or 3 laps to get literally on the back of you. And there's been multiple times where a car behind has been 9-8 temps. coming down the straight, and by the end of the straight he's literally 2 temps, to the point where I don't expect the AI to be there, so I turn in for the corner and they're actually there, and I'm like, what the hell? How have they gained so much time that quickly? It's just confusing, and it's really put me off doing my team for this year. So I've rambled on for too long now. This video has to go out eventually. I've spent the last 15 minutes rambling on about how bad the AI are, but that's that for F1 22, my team career mode season 1. Season 2 will be up very soon. Probably in December I'll be talking about the other issues I have with this game, make a wish list playlist and send it to Cody's. I mean, they won't listen to me anyway because they're making millions of dollars and pounds because of EA. But yeah, hopefully season 2 is much better. Patch 1.15 is now out, which now has added Portimao and China to the career mode. That's going to be sick. The car liveries as well. Season 2 is on its way soon. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.